Hi friends, it's Deanna Willison with Our Blooming Catholic Life, and I'm here today with some updates on some projects we've been having. There's going to be a series of these videos. I'm going to try and get some music and some knit ones mixed in, and as we finally approach spring, we'll work some more outside videos in as well. So the first one is our update on the Red Heart Granny Square all-in-one yarns, right? This is by Yarnspirations, also known as Red Heart. All in one, meaning the color is just going to change automatically. You're not going to have any of those nasty little ends to deal with. This is the first round, blue, and then it goes to pink. You don't have to worry about sewing in that many ends. When you're done, you're going to have your beginning and an ending end, and that's it. And it's going to save you time and be less frustrating, unless it isn't. Here's the thing. It's very exact in how much yarn you're given. Ooh, you can see from this back side, I didn't change over quite exactly in time. Now it looks fine from the front. From the back, you can see that little bit where it didn't quite go. You can see they don't quite go exactly. And here's the thing. Pretty much everybody who's done these has said, it's taken me a decent amount of time to figure it out. And I may finish a round, in this case a square, right? And it doesn't quite line up, and then I have to take out that side and do it a little tighter or a little looser until it matches up just right. And so you're still spending the same amount of time and frustration. It's just whether you want to front load that frustration or back load that frustration. Now, in remembering that granny squares are all usually going to have to be sewn together in the end, that's an additional time and frustration investment, definitely. Not always frustration, but sometimes that may, especially if they aren't made exactly. That's one of the nice things about these is the squares should all be the same size because you have the same size yarn in the end. So you're probably more likely to end up with very evenly sized squares. And I have a whole stack of them here. Nice little chunky stack. And you can see some of them I did better. You look at the back side a little bit better than others. And some I just kind of gave up. You really can't see it. That's the one instance where you can see it is it's that extra stitching in the back, and that's what it can sometimes look like as well. So it's really, I feel like it's the same amount of time investment because even when you get fairly good at it and you're fairly flying along, there's still every now and then something that's going to take you a little bit more time to make the ends work out even. And that's going to happen even with sewing in your ends. Sometimes you're just in the zone and rolling through them and it's wonderful and beautiful and you get done quickly, and sometimes it's not. So granny square all in one. Hey, it's up to you. Pick your preference. And a lot of people are now using these yarns in a lot of great and creative ways. So that's just today's little update on the all-in-one yarn. Do you want to see a couple of them together? Again, don't forget you're going to need to buy this outside color is the first name on these. Let's give a little background in case you haven't done that. It says soft white watermelon. Okay, soft white watermelon. So soft white is this color out here. They're letting you know that's going to be your outside color, and you're going to need to buy a skein at least of that to be your joining yarn as well as any edgings that you may want to do. It doesn't give you the names of the other colors. This one, does this have a dye lot? It is 100% acrylic. No, it says buy enough of the same dye lot. I don't know about you, always thought that Red Heart was no dye lot, but I've recently found that the ombres and these all-in-ones do have a dye lot, and it really does matter. It's not just the color in these. I've gotten this teal, and you'll be able to see that in a minute. This is much thicker than my original teal ombre. They're both size 4. One just isn't spun as tightly, and it feels more like a rug yarn than it does sorry, it's this one that's thicker, that's put together already. And it's definitely a thicker yarn. So I just bought, of course, you just buy another one of those and make a solid, thicker one. And this purple ombre was bought around the same time as the green. And so they're about the same level of softness. They had the same tightness of twist on them, we'll say. And so that's all I wanted to tell you about for this little update. We'll come back to our Granny Square all-in-one in a future episode. So stay tuned. This is just a quick little update for you. If you're curious what on earth this is, stay tuned to this channel and you'll find out more in an upcoming video. We air these craft videos normally Wednesdays at 2 p.m. God bless you, friends.